A north-south volcanic mountain chain splits Costa Rica in two. Irazu is the highest active volcano in Costa Rica. On a clear day, you can see both the Atlantic and the Pacific from this vantage point. At Poas, fumaroles emit steam from deep underground. At the highest elevations, a cold wind scours these desolate lunar landscapes. Nearby vegetation is surprisingly lush, despite the chilly temperatures. These giant leafy plants are locally called poor man's umbrella. At lower elevations, a sulfur-laden stream joins with a clear mountain stream in a highland valley. Unlike Irazu and Poas, Arenal volcano is explosively active, spewing molten lava down its scarred flanks many times a day. Arenal emits deep, ominous rumbles, which can be heard for many miles. The 5,000-foot-high Arenal has a classic conical shape. The scenery around Arenal volcano is particularly beautiful. It's a widespread myth that rainforests produce a large proportion of the Earth's oxygen, that they are the green lungs of the planet. In fact, mature forests are in equilibrium. They consume as much oxygen in the decay of organic matter as they produce through photosynthesis. Many scientists studying climate believe that burning tropical forests contribute significantly to global warming and could destabilize the polar ice caps. This theory is based on the fact that rainforests are huge reservoirs of carbon, which is stored in living vegetation. Burning the forests will add to the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Rainforests cover only about 7% of the Earth's land, but they are home to half of the world's species. Costa Rica has many types of rainforest, each controlled by its own unique combination of elevation and rainfall. The tropical cloud forest, typified by Monteverde, is one of the wildest and most mysterious natural systems on Earth. Each layer, the floor, the understory, the canopy, and the giant emergent trees is a distinct habitat, each with different conditions. Each species of mammal, bird, and insect lives mainly in a particular level of the forest. First-time visitors to the rainforest are sometimes disappointed. The green stillness seems pervasive and monotonous. However, patient observation yields a glimpse into a fascinating world. Lianas are climbing woody plants that begin life on the forest floor and often grow upwards, using other plants for support, until they reach the upper level of the forest where they branch out and flower. The massive trees rise so high that their leafy crowns disappear in a tangle of limbs overhead. Most trees do not branch out near the ground. Rather, their leaves are best deployed higher up, where they have a chance of catching some sunlight. This strangler fig tree's roots have surrounded the host's trunk, smothering it and outcompeting it for available nutrients. The support tree has died and decayed, leaving the healthy standing strangler fig with a hollow center. The heliconia's leafy structures are so large and colorful that they almost hide the flowers altogether. This keeps the flower's sweet nectar from other birds, so that only specialized birds can get to it. Their bright colors attract many species of hummingbird. The diversity of ecological niches in a small region explains the dazzling array of different hummingbirds that dart from flower to flower, searching for nectar in the Monteverde Cloud Forest Reserve. These winged jewels can eat their equivalent weight in nectar and insects every day to sustain their incredible metabolic rate. Imagine 250 heartbeats per minute at rest and over 1,200 per minute in flight. The violet saber-winged hummingbird prefers the understory and edges of mountain forests, especially streamsides or mountain ravines. Despite their size, saber-winged hummers are less aggressive and territorial than their smaller cousins. The resplendent quetzal is that must-see elusive emblem of Costa Rica's wilderness. This male is at home in the damp, epiphyte-laden mountain forest. These magnificent birds, which travel singly or in pairs, feed on fruit, insects, frogs, lizards, and snails. Their young are fed and brooded by both parents. Butterflies survive by clever strategies of bold markings or secretive camouflage. It has been estimated that Costa Rica has 10% of the world's butterflies. There are 700 species of these colorful insects in Monteverde alone. The clear-winged butterfly is virtually invisible, even to sharp-eyed predators. The rare morpho butterfly, named for the god of sleep, shimmers with iridescent color in the dim light of the forest. The spotted undersides of its wing help it to confuse its enemies. Their entire lifespan is about 4 months, with their adult stage lasting only 17 days. Chestnut-mandibled toucans and hollow-billed toucans flash their brilliant colors in the soft light of the forest understory. Their enormous bright bills are used for social communication and for picking fruit. The frog is an appropriate emblem of the jungle. These endearing amphibians have a way of facing you with a goggle-eyed gaze that's disconcertingly human. They flourish in the rain. Frogs never drink, but rather take in all their moisture through their skin. They tend to sit quietly when approached, making them easy to photograph. Adhesive pads on their feet allow them to climb slender branches with confidence. Many species of tree frogs thrive in Monteverde's moisture-laden climate. They can inhabit a single tree for their entire lifespan, laying their eggs on leaves above ponds so that the hatched tadpoles simply drop down into the water. Two-toed sloths are slow-moving, dim-witted nocturnal vegetarians that are difficult to see in their leafy habitat. The green-tinted single-celled algae that grow in the sloth's fur aid their camouflage scheme. These slow-moving, plant-eating creatures are one of the most common mammals of the rainforest. Their success perhaps due to the fact that their flesh has a musty taste. Most predators shun the sloth. The elusive jaguar, the largest predator of the rainforest, must roam over a vast area to gain sufficient nourishment. Jaguars hunt by day and night, their spotted coats blending perfectly with the dappled light that filters down through the trees. Their numbers have been dangerously depleted by illegal hunting for their valuable hides. Costa Rica represents a model of conservation in the New World. Costa Rica's greatest future challenge will be how to balance human development with conservation of its precious natural heritage. The casual tourist and the dedicated nature traveler will come under the spell of this tropical wonderland.